Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a fascinating, almost meditative journey together. We're going to transition from the cold, hard mechanics of our solar system right into the sheer, awe-inspiring magic of the night sky. It's a journey that connects the rigid, mathematical orbits of planetary bodies directly to the unbelievable beauty that we can literally step outside and witness from our very own backyards. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to just take a second and imagine looking up at the sky in the days immediately following a new moon. For a little bit, the sky's been completely dark, totally blank, right? But then, almost out of nowhere, something subtle yet profoundly beautiful begins to emerge in the twilight. Let's unpack the precise mechanics behind exactly what happens as that darkness finally breaks. Section 1, the mechanics of waxing. But to truly appreciate what we're looking at, we first need to ground ourselves in the precise, data-driven reality of what's actually happening up there.
So this term, waxing, is basically the central character of our explainer today. In the absolute simplest, most energetic terms, waxing just means the light is growing. It's the gradual, steady increase in the visible, illuminated area of the moon as seen from our exact vantage point down here on Earth. For anyone who actively tracks the lunar cycle, you know this is the phase where the anticipation really starts to build.
Now, what's really interesting here is the exact mathematical parameters of this phase. We're not talking about a big, bright, booming half-moon quite yet. During the Waxing Crescent phase, we're only seeing a very small, very specific percentage of the moon's surface actually illuminated. It starts off as this almost microscopic 1% sliver, and then steadily scales up to just under half, basically capping out at 49%. So to put that into perspective, every single night during this period is giving you a measurably different celestial profile than the night before. It's constantly changing. So how long does this specific window of growing light actually last? Well, the Waxing Crescent phase kicks off the very day after the new moon, and it continues on for about a week. Throughout this entire 7-day window, that tiny illuminated percentage we just talked about, it is actively growing larger every single day. It's a brisk, highly dynamic period in the lunar cycle. Honestly, it gives us a really tight time frame to catch this specific astronomical progression before it moves on. And if you're wondering exactly where to look on the lunar surface itself to spot this growth, well, here's your key. For those of us viewing from the northern hemisphere, this first light appears as a super thin, delicate sliver of illumination specifically along the right edge of the moon. It's almost like a bright glowing little bracket just opening up on the right-hand side of a pitch-black circle. Section 2. Timing the celestial dance. Let's move to how this builds, transitioning from just what the moon looks like to the actual spatial choreography of when and where it appears. And this brilliantly illustrates the daily sequence of this whole celestial dance. First up, the waxing crescent moon actually rises after sunrise. Basically, it's tracing the sun's path across the daytime sky, meaning it's mostly hidden from us by all that intense solar glare. But then, as the sun dips down, the crescent suddenly becomes visible to us, specifically over in the western sky. Finally, it sets just after sunset. It lingers there so beautifully in the west right after dusk, putting on this spectacular early evening show before following the sun down below the horizon. It is a highly precise schedule, and knowing it is absolutely the key to timing your observation perfectly. Section 3. The Magic of Earthshine. Now get ready, because we're about to look at a truly mind-blowing visual phenomenon that happens during this exact phase. It's called Earthshine. I absolutely love this concept. It's just so incredibly cool. And the Waxing Crescent phase that we've been breaking down, it is hands down one of the absolute best times to observe it. When you catch this at the right moment in the evening sky, I'm telling you, it feels like pure magic, even though it's deeply rooted in the brilliant physics of our solar system. Okay, so here's exactly how Earthshine works. On one hand, you have the lit portion of the crescent that growing sliver on the right side we just discussed, right? That part is being hit by direct, brilliant sunlight. But look at the unlit portion of the moon. It's not completely dark. It's actually faintly illuminated. And why is that? Because sunlight is literally bouncing off our very own planet Earth, reflecting back out into the void of space and landing onto the dark side of the moon. Our world is acting as this massive, brilliant mirror, casting a gentle, ghostly glow onto the lunar surface. It's this unbelievable feedback loop of light happening hundreds of thousands of miles away. How cool is that? Section 4. A symbol through time. Let's broaden our perspective a bit here, zooming out from the science and the visual magic to look at the deep, shared human connection we have with this celestial event. So the crucial point is that you and we're not the first to gaze up and wonder at this phenomenon, not by a long shot. This exact same waxing crescent has been utilized by humanity for millennia. Across countless cultures and religions all over the globe, this returning sliver of light in the western sky has served as an absolutely essential calendar marker to track time, and it remains a deeply significant cultural and religious symbol to this very day. It's essentially a thread that connects us directly back to our ancestors. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Think about it. How has a mere 1 to 49% sliver of reflected light managed to hold such incredible power, literally guiding human civilizations, organizing entire calendars, and anchoring faiths throughout human history? And maybe more importantly for you, how will knowing the precise mechanics, the timing, and that mirror-like magic of Earthshine actually change the way you look at the western sky just after sunset tonight? I really hope you step outside and see it with entirely new eyes. Keep looking up and keep learning.